6 core tenets of the winner's circle. There were requirements, now there's 6 core tenets. And so that first one, guys, is that we must choose to win today. We have to take action. I don't know any time travelers. I know that you've never gone to the past and you've never gone to the future, that we only live one day at a time. And in order to stack wins, we have to choose today. That's it. Choose today. Execution, as I said, is worshipped in this world. If you want to be more attractive to people, if you want better relationships, then be someone that executes and not procrastinate. Get it done today. You must, number 2 is you must make a promise that is bigger than your own wants, needs, and desires. And you have to make it publicly known. Put it on social, write about it, whatever you have to do, but put it out into the world. I don't care if people laugh at you. That's when you know that's the right goal. And I'm going to break down just quickly 5 promises that I've made. I want you to just start off with one, but these collectively kind of all tie in together. It wasn't planned that way, but I just want to give you guys some examples of what it means to make a promise that's bigger than your own wants, needs, and desires, and how it actually can impact other lives and who you become on the journey to keeping that promise and that goal. Man, that can never be taken away from you. The materials can, the relationships can fail, but who you become in the pursuit of keeping these promises is what this is all about. That is how you make yourself remembered. That is how you leave a legacy. That is how there's a rippling of who you are throughout eternity. So one, we talked about this last week, but I want to keep a promise that I made to my mother when I was an 8-year-old kid of being a professional athlete. And I'm chasing that in bodybuilding and men's physique. I have a show on June 17th, Junior Nationals in Chattanooga. If I place first in my class, then I can get my pro card and fulfill on that promise. And that's purely out of principle, because out of my character that I want to fulfill. My mom did everything for me growing up, and I want to be able to keep that promise. Make her proud of me. It's bigger than my wants, needs, and desires. I told you last week that when I was diagnosed with cancer and the generosity of others fundamentally changed my life, that I hit my knees and made a promise to God that if he gave me a second chance at life, that I would serve others and just use my gifts and talents and have a servant heart and just try to impact lives daily. And I will never break that promise for anything or anyone. My third promise is to make sure my mom never has to work again. And that's a race against time for me personally. But my mom, we grew up on a horse farm. She still rides horses. She still teaches horses. She's around horses and animals her whole entire life, like every moment of it. And I want to be able to buy her dream farm that she doesn't have to work. And who I become in the pursuit of that goal, man, that can never be taken away from me. And I can fulfill on a promise that I always want to deliver for her. Lastly, make a promise to my teammates, the people that I work for, my peers, my bosses, the people that I love, that we'll all go swimming with pigs in the Bahamas, right? And that's a professional goal for me. And I want you to know along the way, some of the people, the relationships, the situations that you're in, they may change, but these goals can never change. And then you want to scale the goal. So when I do turn pro, then I have a 2-year plan to then scale that goal and at least get to the Olympia. I don't care if I place 15th, I'm last. I just want to get there. So my great grandkids can say, you know, Pappy Ross was a bad motherfucker. And those are my goals. And in the pursuit of those goals, when I get them, I'm incrementally scaling who I am, reaching my highest potential, like a ladder, like steps on a pyramid, just scaling up the hierarchy of life, of success, however you define it in relation to your goals. Number 3 is that we adopt the philosophy that our lack of our best hurts everyone that we love. And guys, I raised this point last week. What else do you have to do? What better else do you have to do than to be your best? Think about that for a second. What I'm saying, what better else do you have to do than to be your best? And that falls back to making a choice today. Last Friday, we talked about Friday Fire and letting the dead wood burn. That's a common theme because we have to accept the truth, and we will never lie to the person staring back to us in the mirror. Let the dead wood burn. Handle the truth. We're going to run the score up in life. It doesn't matter, business, relationships, whatever you're competing in or on. It's all life is a competition, whether you like it or not. It's a competence and a dominance hierarchy of life. All organisms organize themselves into a dominance hierarchy when put into any environment. You are no different. Do you want to cling on to the ladder rungs of society into the dominance and competence hierarchy of life? Or would you like to scale and have access to the best things and have more choices and have more freedom and create an extraordinary life defined as life on your own terms? That sounds like happiness to me. And then lastly, guys, we added this one, arguably the most important. We seek answers, not emotions here. We're not going to be neurotic and sensitive to negative emotion and make bad decisions and imply negative intent to strangers that we don't know, making ourselves unlikable. We're going to seek answers first. And guys, we're going to review those every single podcast because those are our core tenets. Apply them to your life and you will have success, as I have had tremendous success in many different areas of my life. And I will always tell you, I do not tell you these things to impress you, but to impress upon you anything that you want to accomplish is possible. I wear no S on my chest. I am no different than you. Just have a plan, create a compelling future. And we're going to talk about that today.